Let me ask you this. Have you ever poured your heart into something only to be met with silence? Like you send an email, launch a campaign, or even put out the perfect product, and then, yeah, I get you. But here's the thing. It's not you, it's how you're handling the journey. Today, we're talking about the customer journey, whether you're trying to turn visitors into loyal customers or keep those who've already bought engaged. It's all about understanding what stage they are in and what they need from you at that moment. Sometimes things go wrong because you're either saying too much or too little at the wrong time, just like in dating, and you end up losing them. Let's break down It's Not You, It's Me, 7 stages of the customer journey with examples of what works and what doesn't, and how brands like Sephora and Amazon keep customers hooked. Sound good? Let's dive in.
Hello and welcome to the Marketing Women podcast. I'm your host, Anusha Khannan, and it is great to have you here. Are you looking to move into marketing or want to learn marketing from scratch? We discuss all things marketing, analytics, business, personal branding, AI, and much more in a way any layman can understand. If you're new here, make sure to follow along and get on that email list by visiting anushakhannan.com/email list to receive newsletters from me twice weekly. Follow at Anusha Ramesh Khannan on TikTok. Tag us on your stories. Would love to see that. And now let's dive in.
Welcome back to this week's episode. And today we're going to talk about how to keep customers from ghosting you after that first interaction. Because we've all been there. This episode is for anyone trying to figure out where the gaps are in their customer experience. And let's make sure your customers aren't slipping through the cracks. So let's get into it. The first stage, but before I get into that, I'm assuming that we all know the AIDA marketing method, which is A stands for attention or awareness, I stands for interest, D stands for desire, and A stands for action. It's the AIDA model. If you don't know, I'd highly recommend going to my website and reading a blog on it. But stage 1 is awareness. You've got to get noticed. This is the point where your customer first notices you. Maybe they see an ad on social, hear about you from a friend, or just happen to stumble onto your website. This is your shot to grab their attention. Think about Sephora. They're everywhere. They're on Instagram, YouTube, influencers showing off their latest makeup hauls. They know exactly where their audience hangs out and how to make their brand stick. If you're not making a memorable first impression, you're going to blend in with the noise. The trick is to show up in the right places, make it easy for people to remember you. If they cannot recall your brand after they leave your site or scroll away from your post, then that's on you. And that's exactly what I meant by It's Not You, It's Me.
That's really interesting, but hold on a second. I've got something just as exciting to share with you. Elevator Gazette is your go-to newsletter for elevating both your personal and professional life. Every Sunday, get tips on achieving balance and personal growth. Every Thursday, receive career advice, marketing strategies, and professional development insights, and much more. Plus, stay updated with the latest from my podcasts and much more. Join my newsletter today at anushakhannan.com/email list and start elevating your journey. Let's get back into the show.
Now, step 2 is consideration. Why should they choose you? Now they're in consideration mode, right? They know you exist, but now they're weighing their options. What makes you special? Why should they pick you over someone else? Take Amazon as an example. They'll show you products based on what you're already browsing, and then they'll throw in reviews, product comparisons, and those customers also bought these suggestions. They're making it so easy for you to see their value. But here's where some brands drop the ball. If your site is vague, if you're not giving customers enough reason to trust you, or if they have to search high and low for details, you'll lose them because people don't have time for all of that. You've got to make their decision easy. All right, now you've been able to convince them. You've been telling them why they should choose you. Now they're in the purchasing stage. And this is where you've got to keep it real simple. When they're ready to buy and they're in the purchase stage, the question is, how easy do you make it for them to check out? Let's talk about Apple here. Buying from Apple is an experience. The checkout process is smooth, fast, and almost fun too. They even make unboxing a part of their experience. But not all brands get this right. If your purchase process is confusing, slow, or full of unnecessary steps, you're practically asking them to walk away. Let me say, for example, that you had to go and browse this podcast and a million podcasts and find it. If I just tell you the name, you're going to type it in, find it, and listen to it, right? So keep it simple. The fewer clicks, the better. Don't let a clunky checkout lose you a sale. All right, amazing. You're on stage 4. You've made them buy it. They are your customer now. But the 4th stage is retention. This is where a lot of brands go silent, and that's a huge mistake. One company that gets it right again is Sephora with their Beauty Insider program. After you buy, they hit you with points, personalized offers, and even a birthday gift. They make you want to keep coming back because there's always something in it for you. But what happens if you don't follow up? It's like meeting someone at a party, having a great time, and then never reaching out again. If you don't stay in touch, don't expect them to remember you the next time they need something. All right, so if you've been in marketing for a while, I'm pretty sure the first 4 stages were like, I already knew this, but that's fine. The stage 5, stage 6, and stage 7 are the most important ones that even big companies talk about. So stage 5 is advocacy. Once you've built that trust, your customer might turn into an advocate. Advocacy is when they're not just buying from you, they're telling their friends and family about you. So think Tesla. Tesla owners are basically unpaid brand ambassadors. They post about their cars, recommend them to others, hype up the brand without being asked. Tesla doesn't have to spend millions on traditional advertising because their customers are doing it for them. You want this. Encourage your happy customers to leave reviews, share their experiences, and talk about you. This is free marketing that can take your brand to the next level. This is like basic, right? Marketing 101, very basic that your company must be doing. And stage 6 is loyalty. Keep them coming back. This is when your customers keep coming back again and again. They're not just satisfied, they're loyal to your brand. Amazon Prime is a masterclass in loyalty. Customers pay for a membership, and in return, they get free shipping, exclusive deals, and access to Prime Video. It's a no-brainer for millions of people. They're locked in because the value is clear. But loyalty doesn't happen overnight. You've got to continuously provide value, whether it's through great service, special offers, or just staying top of mind with relevant content. Awesome. But now we need to re-engage them, which brings me to my 7th point, because sometimes customers drop off, maybe they haven't purchased in a while, or maybe they've even moved on to a competitor. This is where you win them back. Netflix is great at this. They send those "we miss you" emails, offer free trials, and recommend new shows based on your previous watching history. They're reminding you of why you loved them in the first place, and it works. Another one of my favorite examples is Duolingo. Duolingo is like this annoying little brother that's always like sending you messages, like being very clingy, telling you, oh my God, you're ignoring me. Looks like you don't want me anymore. All right, I'm not going to text you anymore. Goodbye. And I love that. It's worked for me so many times. So there it is, the 7 stages of customer journey, from that first moment of awareness to re-engaging a lapsed customer. The key takeaway is don't let any stage slip. No stage is like least important or more important. Every step of this journey matters if you want to create loyal, long-term customers. So if this sparks any ideas for your business, don't forget to subscribe and share it with a fellow marketer who might need this insight. And if you've got any stories about how you've nailed or fumbled the customer journey, I'd love to hear about them.
That's all for today. Hope you find it useful. Please feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn or email me at anusha@anushakaran.com. Follow me on LinkedIn to never miss my journey, and I'll see you in the next episode. Peace.